start with facts, Mr. Speaker. The fact is that the middle class grew by 30% over the last 10 years. Now, Mr. Speaker, here's an interesting fact. The Prime Minister's office has already spent more on polling than the previous Conservative government spent in 8 years. Millions of tax dollars are being spent to track Canadians' views for the political benefit of the Prime Minister. So I have a really simple question for him. Has the Prime Minister polled Canadians on whether or not he should keep his promise to balance the budget in 2019?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the member opposite wants to talk about facts. The fact is the very first thing we did in government was lower taxes on the middle class and raise them on the wealthiest 1%. Unfortunately, the fact also is that that party voted against raising taxes on the wealthiest and lower them on the middle class. That unfortunately demonstrates that they still don't understand that Canadians need investments in the middle class and support for the middle class, not for the wealthiest like they did for 10 years.
Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, what Canadians want tomorrow is a break from this Prime Minister. Last budget, he hiked taxes on small businesses, on families, on students. Then we got the national carbon tax and a payroll tax hike. But that's not enough. So now he needs to cancel more tax credits. He wants to raise user fees. He's even considering putting GST on Netflix. So, Mr. Speaker, does the Prime Minister realize that Canadians are tired of being nickel and dimed to death?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, over the past year and a half, we raised taxes on the wealthiest 1% so we could lower them on the middle class. We delivered a Canada Child benefit that gives more money to 9 out of 10 Canadians by stopping the sending of child benefit checks to millionaire families that previous government did. The fact is, on the tax cut for the middle class and more money through the CCB, that party voted against both initiatives, Mr. Speaker. Shame on them.